Xia Ren travels back to the Ming Dynasty and starts off by acquiring a tavern. Not only can he grow fruits and vegetables in winter, but he can also have famous figures from various dynasties work at his tavern. There's Chang Yuchen as a waiter, Liu Bowen as the accountant, Liu Bu as the doorman, and even Emperor Li Shimin of the Tang Dynasty doing odd jobs in this tavern. Is anyone here? Is the innkeeper around? Please wait a moment. Sir, our tavern has just opened, and you happen to be our very first customer since opening. No matter how much you eat, everything is half price. I'm not short on money. First, warm up a good pot of wine for me, make sure it's hot. Then bring some chicken, duck, fish, and other meat dishes. It's a pity that in this freezing weather, even the grass by the roadside has withered. If I could have a bite of fresh vegetables, I can't even imagine how wonderful that would be. We have them, we do. Other places might not have vegetables, but our place really does. Please wait a moment, I'll prepare them for you right away. This innkeeper really knows how to joke, daring to try to fool me. A general, he's got some nerve. It's already been 3 days since opening, and finally there's a customer. Once I finish serving this guest, my annoying system can finally be activated. Luckily, only one person showed up if a whole group had come. The ingredients I bought with my remaining money probably wouldn't have been enough. Wow, see what I was saying? A plate of smashed cucumber. I'm sure you won't find this anywhere else in all of Yingtian City, except here. And this hot mulled wine will definitely satisfy you too. Goodness, it's already this season, and there are still such fresh cucumbers. Let me have a taste. Alright, this meal was absolutely satisfying. Young boss, you really can't judge a book by its cover. You'll definitely get a good tip. After eating and drinking his fill, Lan Yu took out 5 taels of silver from his pocket. Young boss, this is today's payment for the meal. I've never eaten so comfortably in my whole life. In a couple of days, I'll bring you more customers. Well, thank you very much, sir. Please come again whenever you have time. Congratulations to the host for successfully serving the first customer. The system is now officially activated and rewards are being issued. Julong roast chicken, 1 serving. Mr. Zhao from the accounting office. As a host who has successfully obtained the newbie protection period, you cannot be harmed inside the restaurant. The system will automatically punish any troublemakers. This protection is valid for 3 years. Done. An elderly man with a goatee, as well as a burly, broad-shouldered middle-aged man, also appeared in the restaurant. Alright, from this moment on, the 2 of you are now staff members of our restaurant. You'll be well taken care of. Not only will your food and lodging be covered, but you'll also receive a monthly salary. Alright, I'm going to take a break for a while. You 2 can start by cleaning up the place.
Are you also Chang Yuqin, the Prince of Kaiping? Liu Ji, what Prince of Kaiping? I remember I was the Duke of Yi. No, that's not right. Now I'm nothing at all, just a waiter in this restaurant. To me, even being a bookkeeper in this little restaurant doesn't mean much. The 2 of them chatted for quite a while. When Chang Yuqin heard that Liu Bowen had been poisoned to death by Hu Weiyang, he immediately flew into a rage. I always knew Hu Weiyang was a vile man. Mr. Liu, you have suffered. If I ever get the chance, I'll definitely tear him apart myself. Yeah, thinking back on the old days, it's like watching smoke and clouds drift away past, not to mention the music. After the family had a nap, they brought Liu Bowen and Chang Yuqin to the vegetable greenhouse. Master, you really are something. It's snowing heavily outside, but in here it's as warm as spring, and you've even managed to grow so many vegetables. Our master is basically a deity otherwise. How could the 2 of us be growing lush green vegetables in the dead of winter? Of course, it's all under his control.
Alright, you 2 can stop flattering me. This isn't some kind of magic, this is the power of science. Come on, try the cucumbers I grew. Crisp and juicy. I never expected to be able to eat such fresh vegetables in the dead of winter. Master, even if we do nothing else and just sell these vegetables, we could make a fortune in no time. From what I know about those high-ranking officials and nobles, just a single tender, juicy cucumber like this, there would still be plenty of people scrambling to buy it, even if we sold it for half a tael of silver. What? It can really sell for that much? Before, I only sold a cucumber for 100 when I've lost out big time. Master, there's no need to be so upset. Money is just a worldly possession. There's no need to take it so much to heart. You are someone destined for great things, so you should have a magnanimous spirit. Well said, old Liu. Your monthly salary for this month is cancelled after all. You have food and drink here at the shop. Ah. You pedantic scholars just love lecturing others, but when it happens to you, then you know how it really feels. Never mind, as long as I have a meal to eat and a bed to sleep in, that's enough for me. I won't joke around with you 2 anymore. Old Liu, old Chang, from now on, you 2 will be in charge of managing this huge vegetable greenhouse. The clothes are from that restaurant. Not only is their wine unparalleled in the world, but they even have fresh vegetables. That taste is something I still can't forget to this day. The location of the restaurant is rather remote, but if this restaurant truly has the vegetables you mentioned, there will definitely be a generous reward. Father, if it's as you say and this restaurant is so good, it should be bustling with people and every seat should be taken. But right now, there isn't a single person here. I would never dare to deceive you. I'll go call the owner right away. The owner is me. Just like last time, let's have a plate of smashed cucumber and a pot of grape wine at every table. As for meat dishes and the like, you can decide. Please be quick. Alright. With a naturally imposing presence and an extraordinary air of heroism, surrounded by so many followers, even Lan Yu, who came to eat earlier, treated him with utmost respect. It's possible that he's a formidable military commander from Yingtian Prefecture. Since this group is calling him Godfather, there's a high chance that this man is none other than Lan Yu, the current Marquis of Yongchang in the Ming Dynasty. Lao Chang, go take these dishes out to those guests outside. Remember to keep your words to a minimum. Even though we're not afraid of trouble, it's best not to invite any. Harmony brings wealth. Don't worry, boss, I know what to do. But that young man sitting in the main seat, why does he look more and more familiar to me the more I look at him?
Lan Shower, is that you, arrogant fool? What are you? How dare you insult the words my adopted father like that? Who are you, a mere country bumpkin, to speak such things? You truly don't know your place, nor the immensity of heaven and earth. I'll cut you down with a single stroke right now. Oh my goodness, father, we're just standing up for you. My poor backside today really is a day for seeing ghosts. Brother-in-law, am I really not seeing things? Are you truly my brother-in-law? Brother-in-law, where have you been hiding all these years? Lan Shaower, you little rascal, let's go right now. I'm not Chang Yuchun anymore, just an ordinary worker at this restaurant. Brother-in-law, you're the Prince of Kaiping. How could you be working here as some lowly servant?
I'll just set this restaurant on fire right now. Then we'll go to the palace and drink with the captain. If you keep talking such nonsense, I won't acknowledge you as my seventh brother anymore, and I'll throw you and all your adopted sons out onto the street. Shut up. Even if our boss gave you 100 guts, you still couldn't afford to offend our foster father. Look at that man, doesn't that old guy look just like Liu Bowen? Lan Yu, where on earth have you brought me?
Why do I feel like this isn't a restaurant at all, but the underworld? Not only did I, Lan Yu, run into my brother-in-law here, but why is that old geezer Lu Ji here too? If you want to make a scene, take it outside the restaurant. Otherwise, if you upset the owner, none of us will have a good time. Brother-in-law, what exactly is going on here? Don't say so much, just eat for now. Later, wait outside and we'll talk in detail then. After a while, all the dishes were finally served to each table, and with everyone eating heartily, they were soon full and satisfied.
Lan Yu left behind a few sheets of Great Ming banknotes, then strode away. These banknotes are extremely crudely made, with no anti-counterfeiting measures at all. Wouldn't that make them very easy to counterfeit? If that's the case, over time, they'll inevitably depreciate, and in the end, it's the common people who will suffer.
Old Liu, how could you let them pay with Great Ming banknotes? You should have made them pay in real silver and gold. Even Hongwu Tongbao coins would have been better. Boss, could it be that these Great Ming banknotes have already started to depreciate in the market? That's right. Last time I took a whole jar of banknotes, but I could only exchange them for enough silver to buy wine. Who knows how much I'll lose this time? If old Jew could have made these banknotes better and allowed them to be exchanged freely for silver, there wouldn't be so many problems. Next time they come, let them pay with banknotes. Let them exchange it for silver, boss. I've always known you're a very capable man. Why not enter the court and seek an official position? That way, you could benefit the people and leave behind a good story. Heh, old Liu, you're still too young. You don't know how treacherous the Ming bureaucracy is. I know of a minister named Liu Bowen, who was wholeheartedly devoted to the Ming, but in the end, he was sent to the afterlife by a bowl of poison. Even after his death, he couldn't rest in peace. Back then, Liu Bowen's eldest son, Liu Lian, was escorting his father's coffin out of Yingqin, and even then, there were people throwing firecrackers onto the coffin. I bet you know who that was. It was the same person who came here to eat earlier. Although they didn't say it outright, I can guess who it was. That person was Lan Yu, the Marquis of Yongchang. Well, you little Lan, I can't believe you've done something so heartless. To think that I, Liu Bowen, spent my whole life being prudent and protecting myself, yet things still didn't go as I wished. While alive, I wasn't truly feared, and even after death, I suffer such humiliation.
Mr. Liu, don't let it get to you. The way I live, if I'm upset today, I deal with it today. I never put things off until tomorrow. Even though little Lan is my brother-in-law, if he makes me angry, I'll still give him a beating. Come on, let's go. I'll help you vent your anger, brother-in-law. I've missed you so much. Little Lan, take a punch from me first, then we'll talk.
With that strength, it's definitely my real brother-in-law. All right, Changcheng, stop it now. Don't go too far and cause any real harm. Hurry up and apologize to Mr. Liu, or I, Chang Yuchen, won't acknowledge you as my brother-in-law anymore. Mr. Liu is such a good person, and to be treated like this by you, I can't help but stand up for him. That Hu Weiyong is a scoundrel. Tohen, we get the chance. We'll deal with him as well. Brother-in-law, this time, it's not your turn. Hu Weiyong has already been executed by the captain for treason, along with his entire clan. Even if you wanted to dig up his grave, you wouldn't be able to find it. Hu Weiyong has been put to death. Yes, that's how it happened. Lan Yu began recounting the events from a couple of years ago, and also told Liu Bowen about his son, Liu Lian, who refused to go along with Hu Weiyong's schemes. He had already thrown himself into a well and committed suicide.
Lianer, this is your father Lei. I'm sorry. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't have suffered persecution at the hands of that villain Hu Weiyong. My poor child.
Mr. Liu, don't be so upset. Our master possesses abilities beyond human comprehension. Both of us have survived, so my nephew Liu Lian also has a chance to make it. That's right.
Even if I, Liu Bowen, had to trade these old bones of mine for Lianer's life, I would do so 1,000 times over, willingly. Jeff, what are you two talking about? Why do I feel like I can't quite follow? Cheng Yuchun didn't hide much, and immediately explained what had happened to the two of them.
Goodness, if that's the case, isn't that person practically a living immortal? You have to keep this to yourself, don't tell anyone, or you'll bring trouble to the master. Even for my sake, I wouldn't be able to protect you. Besides, I don't have much influence with the master anyway. Don't worry, brother-in-law, I can keep a secret better than anyone. But still, I have to tell my nephews about this, and let them come meet you.
That's fine, but when you bring them here, make sure they don't go around calling me father just yet. When the time is right, Mr. Liu and I will find an opportunity to reveal my true identity. If possible, bring our eldest daughter as well. I've been missing her. Even now, I still clearly remember that back in the 4th year of the Hongwu reign, the eldest daughter of the Chang family was chosen to be the crown princess. So many years have passed since then.
I suppose the crown prince must have a legitimate son by now. That means, as Chang Yuqin, I should have a grandson already. How many people, how many husbands? I love my daughter, and if she has another child or grandson before those 3 women, the family will be thrilled, and celebrations will continue.
Chang Qiangjing, don't be upset. Do you remember how you just advised me? As long as we stay close to our master, maybe that child will come back to life just like us. Don't let these emotions get to you. Old Liu, old Cheng, why do you both look so down? What happened? My best friend, my daughter is gone. Hey, old Cheng, what exactly are you talking about? Master, old Cheng's daughter is gone. Just now, the 2 of us ran into someone we know from this world on the road. After that, Liu Bowen briefly explained what had just happened.
Old Chang, don't be too sad. Maybe you and your daughter will have a chance to meet again in the future. For now, please accept my condolences and try to move on. Dongjiang, we know you're not an ordinary person. I'd be willing to trade my own life for my daughter's. Can you do it, Old Cheng? Do you really take me for an immortal? All I can say is that it might be possible in the future, but right now, I simply can't do it. My dear nephews, I have some good news to share with you both. Ah, uncle, so it was you who came. We just sent someone to your residence to invite you over for a drink. But they came back saying you weren't at home, and I didn't expect you to show up now. Someone, warm up 2 more pots of wine. Seeing Chang Mao's expression, a trace of anger rose in Lan Yu's heart.
Uncle, what exactly has happened? First, get that brat Li Jujiang out of here. Let's talk, as a family. Don't let outsiders over here. Alright, you two, escort Jujiang out, and make sure to close the door tightly.
Let go of me. I want to hear what they're plotting that they'd actually keep it from me. The young lord. There must be some benefit they don't want me to have. Young lord, please don't make things difficult for us. Why don't you let me take you to the guest room to rest? The Marquis of Yongchang only told you to bring me out. They didn't say I couldn't eavesdrop. Besides, if anything happens, I'll take responsibility. Here, take this piece of silver, and go have a drink. If you dare bother me again, I promise you won't get off easy. Now get lost. After sending the servants away, Li Jinglong tiptoed to the door of the room where Lan Yu and the others were, and started eavesdropping. Hurry up and wake your big brother. Later, come with me to a restaurant. Your father isn't dead, he's alive and well.
What? Uncle, this isn't something to joke about. Father left back in the 2nd year of the Hongwu era. That was more than 10 years ago. Besides, we brothers saw him buried with our own eyes back then. How could this possibly be false? Lan Yu and the others were quietly discussing this inside, not realizing that every single word was being overheard by Li Jinglong outside.
Come here, I have something to tell you.
What instructions does the young lord have?
Is it okay? It hurts good. If it hurts, that means I'm not dreaming. Hurry, take me back to the residence. Father is in big trouble. Something truly extraordinary has happened.
You unfilial son, looks like you're itching for a beating again. You come back reeking of alcohol, shouting, and making a scene. Did you get into trouble outside again? Fine, old man, let me tell you. I came back this time to report something important, but I didn't expect you to hit me without even asking what's going on. I'll tell you the truth.
This matter is so huge it could shake the heavens. Not only is it related to the nobility of Huaxi, but it also involves Lord Huang and even the current crown prince. What kind of major event could possibly implicate those in power and the crown prince? Even if there were such a thing, I, the Duke of Cao, should be the first to know, not you, you unfilial son. Believe it or not, I heard it loud and clear at the Kaiping prince's residence. It's definitely a matter of enormous consequence. Now hurry up and say a few nice words to this young lord, or else I won't tell you about it first. I'll go into the palace and find the crown prince instead.
Zhujiang, it's your father who's been unfilial. I shouldn't have treated you like that. Alright, just tell me quickly. If you can't give a proper explanation this time, I swear, come rain or shine, I'll hang this unfilial son from a tree to make sure he has a truly memorable childhood.
That's more like it, Dad. Let me tell you, I was drinking at the Chang family's place when suddenly Lan Yu barged in. Li Jinglong then recounted to Li Wenchong, almost word for word, everything that had just happened at the Prince of Kaiping's residence, as well as everything he had overheard.
Someone, bring me the rope from the woodshed, and hang Li Zhujiang and Jenny up on the tree for me. If I don't give you a proper childhood today, Li Wenchong, I'll write your name backwards. Dad, I'm telling the truth. Not a single word is a lie. You can't do this to me, you unfilial son. You even dare to joke about the Prince of Kaiping. If I don't teach you a lesson now,
If one day you anger the captain, our entire Cao family's reputation could suffer because of you. At dinner time, Lan Yu arrived at the restaurant opened by Xia Ren, bringing along Chang Mao and Chang Sheng. Chang Yuchen and his two sons just exchanged a glance, and everything was understood without words. In an unknown corner, Xia Ren was watching every move in the main hall. He had long suspected that Old Cheng and Old Liu were not ordinary people in this world. Old Liu, come over here for a moment.
Boss, I wonder what brings Elder Han here today. Old Liu, I have a question for you. Where is your hometown? If it's not too far, I could let you go home to visit your family during the holidays. To answer you honestly, boss, I wouldn't dare hide anything. My hometown is in Qingchan. As for going back to visit, I'm afraid there's no real need for that anymore. Well, isn't that a coincidence, Mr. Liu Bowen from Qingtian?
So you and he are from the same hometown, and you even share the same surname. Back when Mr. Liu Bowen was killed, he was about the same age as you are now.
Master, to tell you the truth, I am actually Mr. Liu Bowen from Qingtian. But now I'm just the bookkeeper for your household. Old Liu, it really seems beneath your talents for Mr. Liu to have you follow me and work as an accountant. Not at all, not at all. Liu Ji now has no other desires, just a place to rest, a cup of wine, and a bowl of rice. So here I am, sitting as the bookkeeper for a few days.
This is already the happiest time of my life. If you are truly Mr. Liu from Qingtian, then if I'm not mistaken, old Chang He can't be Chang Shiwan, can he?
After finishing his meal, Lan Yu took out some Ming Dynasty banknotes to pay the bill. Please put those banknotes away. The owner has already said, our shop doesn't accept Ming banknotes. Also, last time, all the Ming banknotes were exchanged for silver or copper coins. But we never carry money when we go out. It's only because we came here to eat that I brought 2 banknotes. Nephew, did either of you bring any silver? No, I always eat and drink for free. I never carry money with me. I only brought Ming banknotes as well. From now on, the shop should set a rule. Refuse Ming banknotes and only accept gold, silver, or copper coins. Otherwise, if we take these Ming banknotes, we can't even buy enough ingredients with them. Wouldn't that mean running the business at a loss? Boss, these Ming banknotes are still the currency issued by His Majesty. How can you not accept them? Nowadays, all those officials in the court receive their monthly salaries in Ming banknotes.
You're a merchant. If you refuse to accept Ming banknotes and word gets out, I'm afraid the Jiniwei would come and shut down your restaurant that very day. No, even though this currency has only been in circulation for a few years, it's already started to depreciate. Last time, I took a whole jar of Ming banknotes and could only buy goods worth 900 wen. If this keeps up, the Ming banknotes will continue to lose value. I didn't really understand, but it sounded impressive. Actually, I recognized your identity earlier. You're the current Marquis Yongcheng, Lan Yu, aren't you? As long as you know that these Ming banknotes are harmful to the common people, that's enough. If you ever get the chance to speak to someone in the court who has real authority, bring this matter up. Otherwise, if things reach an irreversible point, it's the ordinary people who will suffer. How did I give myself away? Anyway, to be able to summon so many adopted sons in front of the capital city of Yingtian aside from the one in the Imperial Palace, I'm afraid only you, Marquis Yongcheng, could do that.
That's true. I, as the boss, think that someone as dignified as you, Lord Hao, surely wouldn't be untrustworthy taking the banknotes and just putting it on the tab. Next time you come, just bring the money. Since you trust me, I'll let you buy on credit this time. As for the matter of the banknotes, when I attend court tomorrow, I, Lan Yu, will definitely mention to the minister how discerning you, the owner, are. I'm sure you already know my identity.
I do know. In fact, I never expected that you, Chang Yuchen, the mighty prince of Kaiping, would actually be here in my shop cooking and washing dishes.
Continue to work, Lao Chang. If you have something to report, please go to court. If you have nothing to report, please leave. General Lan Yu has something to report to the Marquis of Yongcheng. After saying this, I have something to report. I request your majesty to abolish the Ming Bao Cao. Lan Shao, you're a general who fights on the battlefield. What does something like this have to do with you? I, Lan Yu, request permission to speak and ask for the abolition of these Ming banknotes. Father Emperor, the Marquis of Yongcheng, misspoke just now. I ask that you, in light of his past merits, do not take it to heart. Marquis of Yongcheng, step back now. Your Highness the Crown Prince, I did not misspeak. I came to court today precisely to bring up this matter. The issue with these banknotes is a serious one. If we don't investigate it thoroughly, it will surely stir up great public resentment. Lan Yu, according to what you say, if we don't abolish the great Ming banknotes, wouldn't our vast Ming dynasty be doomed to ruin? It's hard to say. Lan Yu, oh Lan Yu, if you can't give me a satisfactory explanation today, don't blame me for disregarding your past merits. Not only will your title be stripped, but I'll also take your head, Captain. Then let me speak plainly. The current Great Ming banknotes have already started to depreciate, and there's a continuing downward trend. If we don't regulate this, to put it bluntly, the circulation of the Great Ming banknotes, I'm afraid it will end up just like the paper money issued during the Yuan dynasty. And these Great Ming banknotes don't have any anti-counterfeiting technology at all. Captain, look, these are some banknotes I've collected from among the people. They're all counterfeits, but ordinary folks can't tell the difference at all. Marquis Yongcheng, what you said is completely mistaken. This minor issue is nothing but a quirk of the market. As long as His Majesty gives the order, the banknotes can be forcibly circulated among the people. If anyone dares to refuse to exchange them, the Jinwei will raid his home and behead him. In this way, the so-called minor flaws of these banknotes will naturally be resolved. Yet now, you bring up such a trivial matter in court, claiming that, if the Great Ming banknotes are not abolished, the dynasty itself is at risk of collapse. Such intentions are truly punishable, as they bring chaos to the court. I ask your majesty to severely punish Marquis Yongchang. Drag him out and behead him. Father Emperor, what Marquis Yongchang said was the advice of a seasoned statesman, and should not be punished in fact. He ought to be commended. It seems I have correctly guessed your majesty's intentions. Perhaps I will soon rise to great heights and advance smoothly in my career, maybe even become Minister of Revenue. I might even get to take one of those seats myself. I was referring to the corrupt official, not Lan Yu. Have Lan Yu take him outside the Meridian Gate and behead him. The Ministry of Justice and Court of Judicial Review are to investigate together. I suspect he is Hu Weiyong's accomplice, and came to the Hall of Supreme Harmony to undermine the Ming Dynasty. Ruixia, all of us officials are doing this for the sake of the Ming Dynasty. We have to, I'm sorry. Please spare me. Ministry of Revenue, is this how you serve me? Even a brute like Lan Yu knows about the issue with the paper currency, yet among the hundreds of officials in your entire ministry, not a single one came forward to tell me about it. Chen Huanghong, Lang Yu, since you were the one who brought up the problem, you should also be the one to solve it. Tell me, how should we address the drawbacks of the Ming Dynasty's paper currency? Well, Okay, stand back. We don't know what you said. You have all heard the disadvantages raised by Yongchang Hu. Now let's talk about how to solve this problem. Prince, please tell me what your father said first. I think the issuance of Ming Baoqiao should be restricted, and the black workshops that use private Baoqiao should be arrested on a large scale. Those who are innocent should be exiled, and those who are serious should be beheaded. Since the Crown Prince has already proposed a solution, Yang Xi, as the Minister of Revenue of the Ming Dynasty, you should also have a solution. It would be best if you could come up with something that satisfies me. Waving his hand, His Majesty said, in my humble opinion, we should increase the steps involved in producing the Ming banknotes and improve the craftsmanship so that those who intend to counterfeit the notes will find it much harder to get the right paper. My loyal ministers, during this court session, feel free to speak your minds and share your thoughts on this matter. Each of the ministers then offered a few token suggestions, but they were essentially no different from the solutions proposed by the Crown Prince and the Minister of Revenue. Yongchang Marquis, I'm entrusting this matter to you. Come up with a good solution for me. I want to know your answer by tomorrow morning. If your proposal is good, you will be handsomely rewarded. Otherwise, you can forget about leading any future military expeditions. I'll arrange for you to study at the Imperial Academy for 2 years instead. Yao, do you think what Lan Yu said today was his own idea? Father, anyone with eyes can see that Lan Yu is definitely not someone capable of offering advice on state governance. Even if he wanted to, he simply doesn't have the talent. Exactly. That's why I believe that someone as talented as Lu Bowen may have appeared at Lan Yu's side. Such a person must not only be put to use by us, but even more importantly, by you.
We've already arranged for Mao Xiang to keep an eye on Lan Yu with a pair of Jinyue. We must find out who that person is. Old Liu, your calligraphy is truly exceptional. Just this plaque alone, if put up for auction, would fetch at least 1,000 taels of silver. It's nothing. Old Chang, come give me a hand and hang this sign outside our restaurant. If anyone out there can recognize that it's Liu Bowen's handwriting, they should at least come in for a meal. Lan Xiaoer, why are you here again? Brother-in-law, I just brought some silver to pay off the debt from the last few meals, didn't I? And I wanted to pay a visit to Boss Xia, the Marquis of Yongchang. Is it that His Majesty has started to get suspicious and wants to put you in charge of solving the banknote issue? At the same time, he's also trying to find out if there's a hidden master by your side. Boss Xia, you really are a prophet. Please, Boss Xia, help me out. I can tell you the solution, but you'll have to do me a small favor in return.
Boss Xia, please tell me. As long as it's something I can do, I absolutely won't hesitate.
All right then. It's nothing major.
Don't you have a lot of adopted sons? Just bring 100 or so of them over to my place for a meal sometime. That'll do. It'll count as helping me attract some customers. Hearing that it was such a simple request, Lan Yu naturally didn't refuse. After that, Xia Ren didn't hold anything back and explained to Lan Yu all the economic strategies he knew. Boss, you know I'm not very bright. It's really hard for me to remember all this. Lan Xiaoer quickly apologized to Mr. Liu and asked him to help you. Mr. Liu, what I did before was wrong, and I apologize to you. If it's really not enough, I'll stick out my face and let you hit me a couple of times. I absolutely won't make a sound or hold a grudge. If you want to hit someone, don't bother the old man. Just let me do one thing. Take good care of the only family the Liu family has left. No problem, Mr. Liu. Actually, when I went back yesterday, I already arranged for people from the residence to send some business funds to Qingtian. I absolutely did not lie about this.
The restaurant has already received more than 100 guests. Would you like to summon a new restaurant staff member?
I hope this time the new staff member is my poor daughter. Suddenly, a blue light shimmered in the tavern, and an old man with a white beard stepped out from it. I never expected that I would be so fortunate, he said. From now on, I will be the waiter in our establishment, boss. I'll just call you Old Chu for now. As the boss, I'd like to ask your name, as well as your home address and who your family members are. I wouldn't dare hide anything from you, boss. My name is Xu Chuyi. I was originally a gold prospector, and later my whole family moved to Sizhou. What did you say? What's your name? I am Chu Chuyi. This is Emperor Sizu. Boss, please rest assured, I won't eat your food for nothing. When I was young, I even worked as a chef for a while at a restaurant in Suzhou City. My cooking skills are just as good as Master Shu's. Sir, how could we let you do this kind of work? Let me handle it instead. Yes, you should do something easier. Now that you've become an employee of our restaurant. As the owner of the restaurant, I certainly won't treat you unfairly. Of course, the work that needs to be done must also be completed properly. Uncle Ju, since you have experience as a restaurant chef, I'll assign you to work in the kitchen for now. However, the dishes we serve here are stir-fried, which is quite different from what you used to make, so you'll need to take your time to get used to it. For now, go and collect the payment from the table of guests outside, who haven't left yet. Let me see how you handle social interactions. Just collect 1 tael of silver from their table. Don't worry, boss, you can leave this to me. Old Liu, Old Chang, what kind of expression do you think Chu Yuanchang would have if he found out his grandfather was working as a helper here with us? Someone under Chongba said, you haven't eaten yet, and it just so happens that there are still some scallions left at the Imperial kitchen.
I personally went to the kitchen and made you a few scallion pancakes. Eat them while they're hot. Oh sister, I've been craving this for so long. I'll definitely finish every last bite. Don't work on government affairs too late, you're not young anymore. So take care of yourself. Don't worry, I know my limits. I may be getting older, but my son is still young. Later, send someone to bring Bian over. Bian is the crown prince of our great Ming, so he should shoulder these important responsibilities.
We must raise Biao to become an emperor who surpasses even the greatest rulers of the Tang and Song dynasties. Zhu Yuanchang held a scallion pancake in one hand, while with the other, he began to read a secret memorial just delivered by the Jinyue.
How embarrassing, truly embarrassing. So, Changba, what happened to make you so angry? Sis, I sent those young Jinyue brats to keep an eye on Lan Yu, and guess what happened? They followed that kid Lan Yu to a restaurant, and after eating, they didn't pay. The staff at the place took their swords, stripped off their clothes, and threw them out. Zhu Changba, what's going on with you? Is your paranoia acting up again?
What did Lan Yu ever do to provoke you? You even sent the Jinyue to watch him, and he can't even have a meal in peace. What exactly are you up to? If you don't give me a clear explanation, don't expect to eat any of the food I cook for you from now on. Sis, the women of the harem aren't supposed to meddle in politics. There are some things you shouldn't ask about. Fine. I'll just explain it clearly to you. Zhu Yuanchang then started telling her about what happened in court today. Who is Lan Yu, anyway? Sis, don't you know him well enough by now? Give him an abacus, and he'll just use it to crack walnuts. As for what happened in court today, if no one was secretly coaching him, there's no way someone as blunt as Lan Yu could have said those things. I'm worried someone is up to no good behind the scenes, that's why I sent the Jinyue to keep an eye on him. If the expert behind Lan Yu could be used by the Ming Dynasty, that would be ideal. Otherwise, this person could definitely pose a threat to the stability of our nation. I think you're just worrying too much. If you really wanted to find out who this expert behind Lan Yu is, why bother sending the Jinyue to keep watch? If those Jinyue aren't careful and expose themselves, wouldn't that just make this expert unhappy, making it even harder for the court to recruit him? Zhongba, if you truly value talent so much, it would be better to just ask Lan Yu directly and then pay a personal visit. That would be the proper way. Now that I'm the emperor, if I personally go visit this so-called expert, wouldn't that make people look down on me? Sister, don't worry about this anymore. I have my own decision regarding this matter. I won't get involved either, so you won't have to say again that the inner palace shouldn't interfere in state affairs. Hey, sister, at least leave me my scallion pancake. If that's not possible, even the one I just took a bite of would do. The Marquis of Yongchang hasn't forgotten the task you were assigned after being praised at court yesterday, has he? Go ahead and tell us, so that all the esteemed ministers here in the Hall of Heavenly Blessings can hear as well. Reporting to your highness, after much thought and deliberation last night, I have come up with several brilliant ideas. If we implement them, we can surely resolve the crisis facing the Ming Dynasty's banknotes. As the Crown Prince and several officials mentioned yesterday, the first step is to prohibit the private counterfeiting of banknotes, and the second is to improve the craftsmanship, so that the Ming banknotes truly look like they're worth their value. Furthermore, the craftsmen who produce the new style banknotes must be strictly controlled by the court. Since our Ming Dynasty's reserves are not substantial, it is clearly impossible to allow the exchange of privately held banknotes for those managed by official government offices. The Ministry of Revenue simply does not have the financial resources for this, and a trust system between the government and the people cannot be established. What the Marquis of Yongchang has said truly hits the nail on the head. The first 2 points are nothing new.
We have long been aware of this, but as for this third point, how should the court respond? I request permission to speak. Abolish the private trading and management of Lan Yu. As soon as these words were spoken, both the civil and military officials began to stir and make a commotion.
Su Jing continued to listen to what the Marquis of Yongchang would say. If only gold and silver transactions were abolished, and people were forced to use banknotes, the value of Ming banknotes would depreciate even faster.